And who do we have here? Bob, Kevin, Jim Johnson, Sue, how are you tonight? And Wayne. And I'm trying to look here. Smash the like button, folks. Don't forget. Just getting everything set up here. There we go. I was on time tonight. Lonnie, what is up there? And Bob, how are you, sir? Wow, it got 20 people pretty quick. I'm just still making some adjustments. Alida, how are you? Jackson's Garage, what's up, brother? I'm adjusting my screens because I have two screens in front of me. There we go. Getting her now. James, what's up, buddy? And Darren and Adam. I remember this week, nobody ever probably caught this. Have you ever heard a sound of a helicopter in the background? I kept forgetting to turn the ceiling fan off. I was watching my own video last week just to see what went on behind me. I was looking around and I heard boom, boom, boom. I never realized that was going on. Brian, Joe, Fernando, how are you? And Bill Oakley, welcome aboard. We have 30 people with only 15 likes. So please smash the like button, folks, so they put this video out there. And Gary, what's up, brother? Yuma, Arizona, 75 degrees. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at like 2 degrees. Ugh. I'm getting too old for the cold. I didn't even mean to rhyme that. And Bill, yeah, Bill, you're not far from me. Oh no, I didn't know we were getting snow tomorrow. I'm gonna be filming tomorrow. And Kevin said hello to Darren and Bob and Adam and Clinton, Texas 29. Oh, that caught me off guard. I pictured a worm downer, Mr. Bill. I didn't picture that for some reason. Wow. Hot dogs and rolling bar with refreshments. I only have green tea. Ralph, how are you? Greetings, Iowa, Long Grove, Iowa. And Pappy, who is Scott, what is up, brother? Okay, I should be done adjusting now here. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody because I don't like to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's cold. I feel for the people down south because I don't know what y'all are used to. Geez, I even had a southern draw for a second there. But I was watching the weather map. Wow. I hope all of our club members are safe because I know we got slapped this past week with Dawn. What's up, brother? We got hit with almost a couple feet here. And Jim Lourish, what is up? I know, brother. I am too. I'm not having fun. Jim actually is a friend of mine who lives like about 25 minutes away, right around there. 60-degree weather on this time of the year. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Pennsylvania, so you think we'd be used to it. However, getting 2 feet at one time, my older bones didn't like shoveling out snow. That's for sure. I ran up my son's today because his pipes froze. He lives up the street. He got a house up there, and what a nightmare. You know, but it is what it is. You know, we've had a couple feet of snow off and on here, you know. So, Toby, Liam's in the house tonight. Hello, Liam. How are you, brother? We got 27 likes. Okay, 41 and 28. Yeah, we need some more like button smashing going on. All you got to do is X out of the chat, hit like, and come back in. It gets YouTube to share the video out more is what it does. And we have Edward at 22 degrees in North Carolina. Man, that sounds crazy for down south to me. I sent you pictures, or you or go with my walk towards 71 Westline camper that opens up full length and sleep 6 on the top. Enjoy, you show it. Oh, wow, that is cool. Now, Edward, I got to recheck my email because I get quite a few. It doesn't mean I'm anything great. I just get a lot of email. So I definitely will check and double check because I've been having a lot go to my spam box. And I don't know why that's happening. I didn't set anything up weird in my email, but I love the Volkswagen campers, that's for sure. Neil, what is up, brother? And Brian, St. Augustine, Florida, 34 degrees. I think I always pictured Florida like just warm all the time, like hot and hotter. You know what I mean, Brian? But it's actually crazy. Maybe I just haven't traveled enough or something, you know. I wanted to get down south this year and go to some of the shows and meet some of you folks, but it just depends what's going on. It's pretty hard for me to travel right now, unfortunately. I'm setting up the Slades club picnic soon. I tried to go to the park because the first year where I had it, I didn't go first, and it worked out. It was fine. The pavilion was big, but there wasn't enough parking. Well, I went over there so I could pick a date for July and pay in advance and get it reserved, and they have the park shut down because of the snow. Unbelievable. So that's the holdup in the announcement of this year's picnic. Brian, and lizards are dropping out of the trees in Florida if it's that cold. Yeah, I believe that. No doubt about that. Sling, what's up, brother? Yeah, I mean, that is crazy cold. Wayne, you're at 15. Wayne, I think we share the same weather pretty close. It seems like it anyhow. You know what I mean? From what I gather. I was in New York a couple times, but that was many years ago. Go down south in April, you can get some good filming done. Yeah, I actually, when I do go away, I don't know how much filming I'll really do because I went to a show in Ohio last year and actually, thanks, Dave. I appreciate that very much. We got 51, we got 39 likes. I didn't film last time I went to a big VW show. I just wanted to enjoy myself and walk around, and it was so nice. And then I felt bad that I didn't film, after I left. But one of ours lives near Myrtle Beach, said they're supposed to get 8 inches. Oh, great. I thought we were supposed to get more this weekend, but we didn't. But it is cold. I mean, I had to run out today to Home Depot in a few places, and it just was nasty out. You could just feel the wind cut right through you. And Lita says we have 51 and 40 likes, so we're slowly climbing up there. Yet what the like button does, for some of you who don't know, it doesn't mean I make money or anything like that. It puts the channel on blast. So YouTube looks at it like, wait, a bunch of people like this, so let's share the channel for folks. And that's what it does. My brother had to pick up all the lemons out of the tree in the backyard. At least he got to enjoy lemon bars that he made. I actually like lemon bars. They're actually really good. In Canada, DC, ooh, yuck. Minus 18 degrees Celsius, extremely cold frostbite after a few minutes outside. Wow, Lonnie, be careful, my dear. Wow. Yeah, I know Canada, you folks get hit pretty good. There's no doubt. I think that February, March, we've probably got about 8 weeks, and then it'll flip around, and then it'll be like 60, and it'll feel like it's 80 out because it's so cold right now. I got to go up the garage tomorrow and film. Ugh. And it's like 0 out. So it is what it is. I got to get a film cut. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to ease off on the painting work except the dashboard I'm doing this coming week finally because I was fixing it. I had to actually end up doing welding work on the 1A pillar that I didn't see coming. Funny, we got no snow and warm temps in Utah. It should be cold and snowy tomorrow, 61 and sunny. Oh, I'd take that, Toby. I'd take that in a heartbeat. It's just nasty here, and I feel bad for a lot of the older folks. Wait, I am old. I feel bad for folks that are older than me because I'll be 62. So there's people in their 80s, and that's got to be hard on them. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, Alita. Thank you. We are at 43 likes, so we're climbing up there. I opened the chat for the first time tonight. So if anybody comes in here acting stupid, just nail them. I usually keep it for subscribers 2 weeks or longer, but I opened it up to anybody that comes in. So if somebody comes in doing cartwheels with no clothes on acting stupid, then, we'll get it worked out. But your video has been helping. Thanks. And thank you. Thank you very much, Bill. I really, really appreciate that. I'm glad they're helpful. It makes it worth doing. It really, really does. 16 here in North Carolina, 9 inches of snow. I'm doing donuts in 6 in the morning. Be careful, BF. Don't be breaking nothing. Heading to Hawaii next week. Slade T-shirt will be there again. Thank you, Jim. Jim's actually a personal friend of mine. He knew that I had and I brought this up once before, one of my favorite cars I owned, besides Volkswagen, so don't be beating me up. I had a 72 Javelin SST. Oh, I love that car. Can't afford one now. And Jim had already known me, but Jim, I won't say where he worked and everything, but he ran into me in Ohio at a meet, and he had this for me. And I just thought that was the nicest thing. I really did. It looks like my car. If it was white, it'd be my car. And I never forgot that because I keep it. You see where it's at right there. I just thought that was very generous. I really, it made me smile. This cold actually hurts. Yeah, it does, Scott. There's no doubt about that, brother. I'll be out your way tonight when I sign off. So I'll give you a call. I'm tired of the cold because I can't get crap done. So I'm going to hustle on the Beetle because I need it for the meet this year. It'd be nice if I showed up with mine, 74 and the cold is affecting more than it used to. Oh, Lonnie, I know. I'll be 62 soon. Besides a bulging disc in the back, and Jim knows about that. It's not much fun. I haven't felt the ground in 2 years. My feet are numb from it. It's okay. I can handle it. But otherwise, I'm lucky. I do feel pretty good. Hopefully I don't crap out right in the middle of live chat. That'd be embarrassing. But the cold just cuts right through you, especially as you do get a little bit older. It's not fun. I had to do some penny today, break out the heat gun. Yeah, Jackson, I got to do my dash the following week. I mean, it's already half done. I'm doing clutch cable installation this week for the pedal assembly so people see a couple things. And I'm taking a heat gun, brother, and warming up my dash. That's the only thing I can think of doing right now, to get the garage warm enough, because if I paint too much, I can't get the fumes out because I'll pull the heat out. So life's fun. Cartwheels and no clothes. These Saturday night chats are wild. Oh, Darren, it's out of control. You should have seen before I signed on how there's like, hey. So I put stuff on, I want people to get their retinas burned out. Doing a generator auto conversion while the snow accumulates tomorrow. Actually, I did a video on that, unless you don't need it, eyesore. Eyesore garage. I like that. That's good. I like that. That was funny. I actually did the wiring for it, shut all the wiring, but you may know how to do it already. I don't know, but I did a pretty close-up video on that. Yeah, it is a nice model, Lita. I thought that was very nice of him to do. I never forgot that. We will be moving all the VW stuff from storage to my garage soon, so excited to have place for the garage again. Oh, Sling, sometimes I complain because I have a one-car garage that's decently sized, and I always say, I'm lucky to have a garage because for years when I was raising 4 kids, I was working in the gravel in the driveway. So really, I'm happy to have it. So of course, I'd like to have a big double 3-car garage, but at my age, I'm not building one now, We barely had any snow in Boise, Idaho this year. Wow, you're lucky, Slater. It seems to be nowing everybody, and it just is what it is. We get these attacks once in a while. I think in 2003 and then in 1993, we got hammered just like we are right now. But hopefully, it's done now. I'm hoping it is because I got too much crap to do, in all sincerity. Let me see. Sling back. Can't wait to get my floorboard so I can finally get set up. Hey, Bob, how big of an area do you got to pour? I remember you brought that up in our private chats. Not back, but Buzz. And getting concrete work done now, well, everything's expensive. There's no turning back now, I guess. 54 likes. Oh, 54 watching, 45 likes. We need a few more. Smash the like button. Not hit the like button. Alita's on you. She's hunting you down. 28 by 40. That's nice. That sincerely is a very nice garage size. And then you fill it up. You know what I mean? That's just how we do things. I don't know why we do that. I got stuff stacked in the game rooms, a bunch of new parts, and I'm sure Heather can't wait till they're out of there. Carl, what is up, brother? Good evening to you. I'm trying to stay warm. I'll be in the garage all day tomorrow, so feel bad for me and say, poor Slade. But I can always handle it pretty well, though. Lisa, how are you, dear? I hope your weekend's going well. And Buzz Chop Top, who is Craig, and Roxanne, if you're there, hello to you. Happy Friday, everyone. I don't rub it in. It was 60 and sunny here today in Southeast Washington. He's rubbing it in. He is rubbing it in. Craig, thank you for the package today. Craig sent me a package today filled with all kind of goodies, which was very, very nice of him and Roxanne to do, and a tip in it in an envelope. Thank you so much, both of you. That was very nice. And Heather will pop in shortly. She's on FaceTime with my daughter, actually, because my granddaughter's birthday was today. Little one turned 3 years old, and it seemed like she was born yesterday. Of course, it seemed like I was born yesterday, and I'm old now. But thank you so much again for the package. That was very, very nice of you to do. We have E-Man, 20 inches of sunshine today at OCD Show and Swap. Oh, first I thought you was going to say 20 inches of snow. Show and Swap. I like to go to one of them right now, but yeah, we don't have nothing like that near us. 48 likes, much better, but still need 60 to hit that smash that like button. We got 53 watching and 50 likes, and we're getting there. There's a love you, though, but at the moment I'm going to be a pest. You're never a pest. And Rod, what is up? I you know what? I think for the picnic, I usually have a small get together here the following day after, and I think I better make chili dogs, beanless homemade chili sauce I make, because last year the folks showed up and they seemed to like them. So I'm going to try it again this year. I love making homemade stuff like that, you know. And Charles is in Thailand. Welcome aboard and welcome in. And what time is it there? I'm curious to know. Sorry, it appears that Siri has filed of my dictation. I apologize. I didn't see anything wrong, Edward, that I'm aware of. I'm trying to, hello, scroll back. Oh, geez. Get going. Cat's bringing me candy out of the candy jar. Okay, thank you. I don't know if you heard her or not, but what a little nut. And I apologize that. And 51 likes. We're doing way better. Yep, we're at 53 now. And sorry, being Saturday night, we have to hit and run. An amazing community. Thanks, brother. And thank you, Toby and Liam. I really, really appreciate you being here. I really, really do. Thank you for buying hoodies. I got pictures of you guys to put in a video. I have my little rag doll with me tonight here. But, you know, stay warm out there. You are warm. Hopefully you don't get with any cold, brother. And your front beam's looking good, too. Honey, you got to get down. But thanks, Toby and Liam, for your support. I really appreciate that very much. We got 0.20 a.m. And hello, my cat's messing with me. She just attacked my leg. 0.20 a.m. So I'm not sure what time that is. And better bring candy than mouse. Ugh. So far, I've never. Well, never mind. Something dumb will happen if I say that. Love you guys for listening to Pain in the Butt. Lady, you're never pain in the butt. How you feeling, honey? And seriously, I mean, I hope you're feeling well. I really do. I got my new CB manual distributor and air cleaner. I need to decide when to stop fishing and play and motor. Yeah, I got a Magnus Spark from Pat Downs. Actually, Dino Styles Garage actually had sponsored me on it. So that's what I'm going to be running on mine. My stroker motor has the break-in already done. The cams broke in. And it has an empty distributor, which is actually a pretty nice one. But I'm going to switch over to the Shockwave and put my other parts aside that was in the motor. It's nice to have fully adjustable stuff like that with these distributors, so we can adjust the curve where we need it to be. You know what I mean? And Chris, what is up, Australis? How are you tonight? Start watching your channel right around time your granddaughter was born. Hard to believe it's been 3 years. Kevin, right? I mean, it went fast. It really, really did, in all sincerity. 20 minutes after midnight. Okay. Yeah, when I went over to military, technically, yeah, that about made sense to me, but I wasn't sure. I just thought I was being stupid. It's 8:10 in the morning right now. Oh, I read into that wrong, in all sincerity. Because I know my buddy from Belgium jumps on sometimes, and it'll be like 2 a.m. there when I get on here. It's cold killing my bones on a heat blanket. We purchased today because North syndrome has my toes white. Oh, yuck. Alita, did you try sitting? Not that I'm a doctor. I'm not a holistic doctor. I play one on film sometimes. Did you try sitting in a really, really slash warm hot bath with Epsom salt? I mean, Heather tells me to do that a lot. I did the one night, and I didn't fit in the bathtub very well for some reason, but because I usually take showers, but it seemed to help me feel a little better, unless it was a placebo. You know what I mean? I was told your distributor of mine will awake the life of the motor. Oh, Rod, it will. Yeah. You'll be doing burnouts, racing Hellcats. I mean, honestly, well, you're not going to beat a Hellcat, but it changes the response in it. And it just quicker revs, smoother. You lose that flat spot that you get from a lot of the mechanical advanced distributors. And it just changes it completely. Excuse me. With Magnus Spark, I think MP makes one too. Shockwave. Pat Downs with the Shockwave system had actually worked for CB Performance. I don't even know, forever. And then he branched off into his own and made improvements, you know, and tweaked it that way. So probably tear more grab up, hopefully not the car. Yeah, don't go like blowing the transmission up or something. My parts are slowly showing up. Yeah, you know what? When you place a big order, then it's like you're just waiting for everything to arrive. And it's funny how you can start adding parts into the cart and you don't realize, you know, you think I got about 100, 150 bucks in there because we're always trying to get that free shipping, 100 and over, free shipping. And then you look into the cart and there's like $400. It's like, oh, geez, I need all this stuff though. Let me see, Charles, how's the CB mag unit and mag unit? Do they really help? Yeah, they do. Yeah. You have the Shockwave system or the Magnus Spark system, you know, whichever one you want to go with. Dina was nice enough to give me a complete setup, you know what I mean? And truthfully, I'm excited about using it because it wakes the motor up. That's the only way I can put it. Distributor comes with wires, the coil, pretty much everything. Pizza, I mean, everything's in the box. And well, not pizza, but truthfully, there's a difference in it. There's no doubt about that. Let me see. I have in the tub. It's just too dang cold. It is cold. I mean, I get it. But I still need to get on my conversion table or whatever the heck it's called, inversion table. I still didn't get on it yet for my back. And I get room to tell everybody, do this, do that. You know, I'm confused. I said, happy Friday. I didn't even catch it, Craig. I never caught it. And you know what? Because sometimes, I don't know. I have to like look at my phone to see what day it is in the morning. That's horrible, you know, but it is what it is. Deutsch, hey Slade, I picked up my first Beetle today. All right, 62. I really enjoy your videos. Made press much easier to tackle. Well, congratulations to you. And I mean that a 62. Wow. I'd like to have a 66er back, but it's not in the cards right now. So I have to be happy with my 68. But congratulations and welcome aboard. I really like seeing stuff like that. Explain how you're going to time your distributor. I seen 10 degrees, idle, and 30 degrees. Yeah, what I usually do, now I've not used the Shockwave yet or Magnus Spark, so that's a first for me. So I'll be doing it on video. With the advanced degrees, they say 28 to 32. Now, I've tested that before, but I was 7.5 degrees at idle, depending on your whole situation with the motor. I held at 32 degrees at full advance, and I noticed it was running a little hot. I backed it off to 28. I wasn't really thrilled, and I stayed right at 30. 30 degrees, my motor at least was pretty happy with me, you know, so that's technically what I did with it. I'm just excited about the Magnus Spark because it's so adjustable that I'll probably play with it on video. It might be a long video. I try not to do that to you folks so that I can see where I'm happiest, and then we'll go for a ride together and all that stuff, you know. And yes, we have 43 and 54. We need that like button hit. Yeah, there was 500 plus in there. Oh, it don't take long, Chris. Trust me, I know. And then sometimes I have to remove some from the cart because I kind of feel guilty. You know what I mean? And Kevin, what is up, Mr. Pearson? How's your weekend going, brother? It's being retired. I lose track of days. And you know, Craig, that is what happens. I think when we're not getting up and going to work after 40 years of doing it, you do lose track of time, but for some reason, things seem to be going quick now. What the heck is on me? Everything goes fast. Like the weeks go by quicker, and heck, I do lose track of time, and I'll lose track of what day it is sometimes. And I know that sounds crazy to folks that are younger. I started running the Magnus Spark. The difference is amazing. Better response. Oh, Adam, there's no doubt about it. The throttle response is different. It just wakes it up even starting it, because the Magnus Spark and Shockwave are relatively the same. And truthfully, it's amazing just how that alone can change everything. I'm looking forward to running the 40 Cadrons. I've not run them before. I've already ran dual 34 Webers, dual 40 IDF, stuff like that. But, excuse me, I've heard that the Cadrons, or Cadrons, I like calling them Cadrons, makes me happy for some reason, that the dual 40s, once you set them, they're done. You do not have to play with them no more at all. And Dino Styles Garage was a sponsor to that, and sent them. I just got to get the jetting proper. Well, I didn't even try to jet it yet, obviously, but it's those little things wake them motors up so much. Right now at 30 degrees, more didn't get hot. I think 30 is a very happy place for it. That's just the way I feel. When I did my 1600 dual port that was stock, it was really happy at 30. But when I got near that 32 degrees, I could tell it was running hotter. You start to get an ear for these air-cooled motors after a while, where you really can listen and go, it doesn't sound right. It sounds like it's running hot. Like, it's the craziest thing. Jim, no, I did not. You're going to yell at me. And Heather said that. She goes, you need to get on that inversion table 3 times a day, 2 times during the day, lay down for a couple hours, watch TV, and then go to bed at night after you do it. I've not done it yet, but I'm the first guy to complain that my back hurts, the bulging disc, my feet are numb. I've heard such wonderful things about them, and I'm glad I bought one a month and a half ago, only used it once. That's just me. But I am Mr. Johnson. I am going to use it. I got to run out tonight after chat. Ugh. And starting tomorrow, I'm just going to do 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and then like 11 at night, because I need to heal up. I don't want to get surgery if I don't have to. At 74 retired, losing track of time is easy. Mr. Charles, it is. It seemed like yesterday I put my kids on the bus for kindergarten, and now they're 30 years old. Everything went quick. It really did. But now I do lose track of days. I actually got concerned one day because I did have to pick my phone up and look at it to see what day it was. I got nervous at first, like, I'm losing it. Yeah, Rod, the Cadrons, they're great. They're great. There's not a lot of videos on them, so I'm going to do an extensive one and bore everybody to death. I have to rebuild my ICTs. Well, they're not hard to do, Sling. Those are not hard to rebuild. Truthfully, the Cadrons, from what I understand from people in real life, that have ran them, said once you set them Cadrons up, they go. There's no, oops, they came out of sync again, or, my car keeps wanting to turn right. Like, they really, I say a lot of weird stuff. They really hold their peak, so to speak, and are just supposed to be really nice. So I'm actually really excited about it. Dino, the one that sponsored me with him, he told me I needed something. They were $60 a piece. I forget what he told me now, adapters or something. I can't remember what he said, but I was trying to remember, and he told me now for the Cadrons. But these are rebuilt clean. They were soldered inside on something. I'm not familiar with them, so they're ready to rock. We got 56 likes. A little slower this weekend here. Maybe because I came on a Saturday and people were used to Sundays, and if they didn't catch the change on Facebook or on the post on YouTube, a lot of people may be trying to log in tomorrow night and go, where's he at? So I bought the Pat Down Shockwave. Look forward to learning how to set it up. Put a C7 invert deck lid on today at the Octo Show. Kevin, I think you'll really, really, really like the Shockwave. Dino has installed like probably 100 of them now, and I may have exaggerated that number just a little bit, not much. And man, he loved the adjustment setup on them. Excuse me. Well, I forgot to try it, but he swears by those. Let me see here. Do you have a link where you got your Cadrons? Mine came from Dino Styles. He has Dino Styles Garage in Maryland. However, I know somebody that has one on our Facebook group, or Slades, not the Slade community group, the Slades classified Facebook group. Somebody just put a set of them up on there complete. So you might want to check that, Rod. I don't know if you're on that group or not. Missing 90-day immigration notification are the only thing I really keep time of. T-shirt. That is Dave. How are you, sir? I don't have a built not bought on this week. I have the other one on right now, if that's what you mean, that Heather made. She's working on a new one right now that's going to have a certain design on it, and it's going to say air cold addiction. And I think that's pretty cool. If you're going to be addicted to something, make it be your car, because it'll take you broke faster than anything, but you'll be breathing. So if they only knew naked cart rules were going to go on in here, they would have come in from all over. Oh, Darren, they'd have poured in, and then they'd have got sick and left. I'll try to look to see K-Trons. Can you tag me in them? Yeah, you know what, Rod? Rod, are you in the Slades, not the Slade community, the club Facebook group, but the classified one? Did you join that yet? I can't remember. It's also because people are probably watching Katie Ann Slade Horse Raven video to see if she will give birth to her foal for 350 days pregnant and do 11 days ago. I don't even know who that is, Alita. I don't think I do, that I can recall. Keep an eye out for the mail on Friday. Say a little something. My kid 3D printed. Kevin, it shows I get alerts in my email for incoming mail, so to speak. I don't know if that made sense. Funny you said that. I checked my email earlier before I got on here, and it showed something incoming from California, I believe it was. And I'm like, I didn't order nothing. That must be you. Thank you very much. I will keep an eye on that. I appreciate that. I would love to have a 3D printer. Oh, but I did get Creality sent me an engraver that I'll be doing in a couple of days. And I'm going to try to engrave some glove box lids because I got some extra ones. So I'm going to practice on mine first and engrave like some logos or something on our glove box lids and see how it comes out. If so, then I'll do cool stuff. If not, that means I stink and I can't do anything. But tell him thank you very much, Mr. Kevin. I really, really appreciate that. And I'll let you know the moment it arrives. I think so. I'm looking. I can give you a link here because there's a set of Cadrons. Old man eyes here. I had to put my glasses on. It'll take me 2 seconds. Oh, there it is. Somebody put a set of CADs up on there, a friend of mine, Evan. So I can tell him to even cut you a break a little bit there. And there's the link to the group. If you're not in there yet, I'll let you in when I get off of here. I think it had the intakes and everything on it. Lisa said I do too. And we have 56 likes. Keep in mind also, switch over to high voltage distributor to open your spark plug gaps, at least 5 thousandths of an inch. I'm at 029 on electronics distributor. And thank you for bringing that up, Wayne. I really appreciate that because a lot of people don't know to do that. So when I go to do the DIY, I don't know if you folks get bored or not, because I've had some people say, man, you drag it out, you go into too much detail. But if I don't on things that I do, then people are going, you left this out, you left that out. But I like to get into really good detail, and then I chop the video up as much as I can so that people don't get bored. You know, I transition different scenes real fast, but I like to try to keep everything in that I can, just like you named there. Don't forget this, don't forget that. And that's what I do. And then some people get all freaked out. I think people have got too adjusted to watching them little short reels, and then they can't watch a video that's 30 minutes long. I don't know what went wrong there. CBI is 20,000 Fire VHD, which is about 650 U's. Is that reasonable? I don't know. Honestly, that I don't know, to be honest with you. I never went in depth that way. So that, Charles, I can't answer right now without checking. I'm just being honest. I love my screen. The font got smaller. And no, it's not my eyes. I love the feature the post service gives, especially when you expect medication from VA. Oh, it is nice, Alita. I just check my email once a day to see what's coming, you know, is what I do. And that way, if there's a box coming on the porch, usually my mailman hides everything for me, which is nice normally. Let me see. Okay, just bought 3D printer. Find someone to do center cap spacings for me, so I'll be playing with that, doing some parts. That's cool, Jackson. I'd love to have one, but they're not very cheap. That's for sure. Honestly, there we go. You're welcome, Charles, but I will find out. The 3D printers, to get a good one. My buddy Eric, who lives he's the one I did the video on recently with the 74 Sunbug for sale. This guy's got his hands in everything. He is very meticulous about everything. I'm going to have him do my stickers for me soon. I still have stickers available. So when they run out, I'm going to go through him, and he does 3D printing, or seals that go around the handle on the bonnet front, the ones around the door handles. He's making them out of something. I can't remember what he called it. And he's giving me a set to try out. I'm going to do a video on them when I get a hold of them. It's very soft. So you don't have them plastic grommets you're trying to use, and then they crack. They don't fit over the handle, and then you're mad. He made a set for me on his 3D printer that it's made out of some type of special stuff that will not break down. So truthfully, I'm hoping that works out, because I will turn everybody on to him if those work out, which I know he's good at what he does. VWK drones with empty intakes found the post. Yeah, that's Evan. That's Evan Buchanan. Send him a message and tell him we're very, very good friends. Can he do a little better for you? And see what he says. And if not, I'll go to his house and like get him in a headlock or something. Sears Florence Mag Smart kit is a little over $200. Okay, yeah, I didn't know what it cost, in all honesty. I lost my place. There we go. I don't know what the Shockwave goes for, Adam. I can't remember, to be honest with you. And any news on patches? The only news I had is Heather checked into an actual embroidery machine. So I don't know how far we'll go with that right now, because I really wanted to find somebody just to do them, and I could order them in bulk. Because Fernando, there was a lot of people asking for, I forgot I have this stupid hat on. Heather bought me polo, and they gave a free hat. I don't know. I wanted to go through a company, but the ones I see, the patches are not cheap. Okay, I get it, they're quality, but they were almost stupid expensive. So Heather's checking into embroidery machine, because, man, I'm getting slammed. Everybody likes patches, including me. My shirt I wear once in a while has the patches all over that Heather made for me. Who's ready for dinner? Pink beans, baked chicken, side salad, tostones with empanadas. Oh, Alita, I will be over when we're done here. And also, could I have a glass of milk? I like milk with my dinner. I sent you an email. Thank you for the stickers. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Kevin. And thank you very much, brother, for everything. I really appreciate that. I really do. And we have Melvin Newman. Let's say hello to him. Welcome aboard and welcome in. Thank you for being here. We have 42 people and 58 likes. Shockwave about the same, few bucks more. Yeah, the only thing I know, and I don't know the truth, they said Pat Downs kind of upgraded the system. I'm not sure exactly what he did, but Dino would know, because he uses a ton of them. And he said, wow, they are amazing. But that's all I know. I don't know enough about them themselves, There's different plastics for different stuff. Greg built me a paint can shaker. Just need to keep it out of the sun. Yeah, you know what, Chris? I know nothing about it. He sent me a text, although I talked to him on the phone, but he says, I'm going to give you a set of these for the bonnet handle, deck lid handle, and your door handles. I want you to try them out. And whatever he made them out of is like good old fashioned solid, but yet soft rubber that fits really nice. So I'm really excited about that, because the ones I ordered, I don't know where I ordered them at. It wasn't Wolfsburg West, because they'd have been nice, but they're almost like plastic and didn't want to fit on the door handles. And I wasn't very happy about that. Actually, Justin and Ashley had sent me a paint can shaker. If you've seen my video I did on Rust-Oleum about 2 weeks ago, I did a Rust-Oleum question and answers video. I put that in the Sawzall and hit the button, and I'm like, wow, it's better than sitting there shaking cans up and arthritis in my shoulder, stuff like that. That changed my life, with shaking a can up that way. $250, Kevin said. Yeah, like I said, now CB Performance has been around a long time, but that's who Pat Downs worked for forever. So I don't know what upgrades he did because I just never asked Dino. He was telling me some of it the one day, and I'm not exactly sure. You got it strawberry milk or chocolate? Strawberry. I love strawberry milk. My parents used to buy it for me when I was little, the powdered quick in a can, and it was the strawberry with a pink rabbit on it, or else I just imagined that all. But it was really good though. Yes, Sawzall shaker. Yeah, you know what, Chris? I love it. I really, really like it. I must admit, I preach and preach, and I know people get tired of it when I'm doing videos like, don't do this, do that. And I'm only looking out for everybody. And I always tell everybody, shake the paint can for like 2 minutes upside, then upside down, put it in warm milk. Alita, warm water, warm milk, so that you can atomize the paint. Then shake it again for 5 minutes. Sometimes I was shaking them for 2 minutes and spraying, and I'm like, I got nerve, don't I? But truthfully, good night, Adam. Have a great night, brother. Thanks for being here. I shake them up 2-3 minutes sometimes, but not without Sawzall. It's like, oh man, they will be shaken up very well by the time I'm ready to spray. Still gonna buy a strawberry Nesquik in the can. You got it with some more milk. Yeah, the Nesquik, the strawberry Nesquik. Yeah, it's. I didn't know if they still sold that. I never paid attention. Now that my kids are older, moved that. I didn't know if they even made that anymore. But everybody was all about the chocolate. But I don't know. I kind of like the strawberry milk, to be honest with you. $230 for the Magnus Spark. Truthfully, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a very nice system that's been well proven. I think if you ask me what I wanted right now from CB Performance, it would be a set. Well, my hair needs cut. It would be a set of the Panchito heads. I've never had them yet, but I've heard everybody squawking about how great they are. And dang, I would love to have a set of those. I really, really would, in all honesty. They're supposed to flow really nice. I have big valve heads right now on my 1904 from AA, and I'm sure they'll be perfectly fine. But I think I'm going to, before I put the intakes on, I may mess around a little bit porting the openings to match the intake gaskets, just for the heck of it. It can't hurt. Every little minute part helps on these cars a lot, but I have to, hey, what's up, brother? Welcome in. I actually, I got to finish the dash up. I'm just fighting with the cold weather is the issue. Because when it goes down to like 0, I did get the garage up the other day to about 50, which was perfectly fine, comfortable to work in. But painting wise, well, I guess we'll find out next week. I'm going to have no choice. I got to get the interior complete, then mask off all the window openings, door openings, then start spraying the car. So I mentioned an event on the vent on behind the flywheel. So I don't remember seeing one of mine. Where should I be looking? When you're looking at the engine block straight on from behind, technically speaking, and you pull the flywheel off, there's your rear main seal. I think we're on the same page. When your rear main seal's out of the way at 6 o'clock, there's a little hole there. Make sure that is cleared out because the oil drains there. So I think we're on the same page if that's what you're talking about. Vent on behind the flywheel. Yeah, we got to be on the same page there. If that gets clogged, people often say, I got a bad rear main seal. It was junk. Yeah, okay. I thought we were on the same page, James. They'll blame the seal or I didn't put the seal in right. However, a lot of times if that drain hole is clogged, I mean, don't drop nothing down in there. It's not a very big hole. Then you're going to have oil pressure build up, squirting out the seal, and then you're going to be swearing, and stuff like that. Slade, don't you get in the garage? At least the weather is around 40 degrees. I don't need you to get sick. Trust me, lady, I'm trying to watch because I get pneumonia really easy as I get older. I don't know what's up with that. Must be not eating enough pizza or something, but I have no choice, honey. Sadly, I've got so much to get done before June 1st. That's my deadline. And then I'm going to start working on club members' cars on video. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Heather was upset about a week ago because I went up there and, I think it only got up near 20 while I was working. And then my jack blew out on me, which was upsetting. My motorcycle jack piston popped out of the bottom when I was going to try to put the motor in because I still got to level the car. It's still leaning to the one side a little, and I'm really not happy about that. And it blew out on me. So I emailed Vever and said, what do you want to do here? It's only a year old. I know you sponsored me, but come on. So I'm waiting on them to answer me. Change of rear main still leaking. Why ask? Is it near the shims? Well, when you, excuse me, when you pull the rear main sill out, actually look at my video, James, or send me a message and I'll give you a link to that video. Because when I was doing the rear main sill video, I pointed right to it and said, don't forget to unclog this hole if it's clogged. And even better than explaining it, if you watch the video, look up my video for rear main sill. Go to my playlist and go to engine and you'll see it. And it's, yep, thank you, Alita. We did bump up. It's important to do. But I mean, you don't got to pull the shims out of the way to get to it, though. But you'll see it at 6 o'clock. But Fernando, good night. I hope you have a great week, brother, and your weekend goes well because weekend's going fast now. But yeah, do that, James. But you'll see what I mean in the video I showed where the hole is on there. You definitely want that unclogged. Let me see here. I have a Bosch 10 distributor also. Do you know anything about them? The only thing I know is people love them because there was a guy I thought on the Samba, which I see that our group was brought up in our recently, the Samba, the channel that is, technically speaking. But I know there's some guy that builds them and they love them. I personally have never had one, but I heard they're supposed to be really nice, in all honesty, Kevin. I should be healthy enough to be able to work on my 61 TDI conversion in the spring. Good, Abe. I'm glad to hear that. Keep getting good health and get out there and work because that's what keeps us going. I mean, and sometimes we fall down and then we have to get back up. Sometimes it's harder to get back up as we fall later on in life. Time to go. My stomach thinks my throat is cut. My stomach thinks my throat is cut. Scott, you okay, bud? I'll give you a call when we get up to the building tonight there. So have a good night, brother. I'll talk to you around 10 p.m. I don't know what to make of that. My throat is cut. That was weird. It's on the left side when looking from the back. And eco blasting. Unfortunately, the cases are getting sold more now. It's hard for anything to seal. Yeah, I mean, when you do come across a good old case, oh, wow. It's like, Willy Wonka with the golden ticket. You know what I mean? Well, Willy Wonka didn't get it. The kid did. But you're right. Some of these cases, the new ones, the aluminum ones and everything are really nice, but they're not very reasonable. But you are right about that, though. And we have Caleb Carlson, 1341. Caleb, welcome aboard. Everybody give him a hello. It's his first time tuning in. It's my first time tuning in. Well, not really, but, thanks for being here, Caleb. I appreciate that. When I pull the engine back out, and I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody here. There we go. I always scroll back just a hair sometimes. Sometimes we get run over by a quad. Okay, that's not good. Quads are heavy and we shouldn't be under them. Wow. I hope you're okay. Holy crap. Just remember each day we open our eyes is very good and a chance for a fresh start. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes I'm shocked when I get up. Yep, mine's an old AB case with 94,000 original miles. Well, yeah, when you got a low mileage one, depending on temperature or where it's at, you know what I mean? That's awesome. I don't come across that many good engine cases anymore like I did even just 5 years ago. And one guy had some at his house I went and looked at, and they were sitting outside in the mud for like 3 years. And when I flipped them over, I'm like, they're done. They were just corroded. But Chris, I didn't know you were in here, buddy. How are you? He snuck in her and said hello to Caleb, which was cool. And Heather said, thank you, Roxanne, for the bulbs. Oh my God, that was so sweet of you both to think of me. And she's actually talking to Buzz Chop Top and his wife, They sent her some bulbs to plant this spring. Or I don't know when you plant. I'm not a gardener. But that was the package we received today, which was very sweet. And let me see. Howdy. Thanks for welcome. First time bug owner. I've been obsessed with them for decades. Good to be here. Well, Caleb, I'm glad. And congratulations. Have a great weekend. I have to go Sunday. Yeah, Jim, we'll be going back to Sundays next week. This was just a 1 week thing, bumping back to Saturday. I had to. But thanks, Jim. I'll see you next Sunday, brother. I hope you have an amazing week. And let me see. Thanks for everything. Okay. And Caleb, you know what? Don't forget to join our Facebook group, Slades VW Community. And truthfully, once you catch that bug fever, you're done. It's over. The rest of your life, you own them. Truthfully, I think they're an awesome car. I talk about that all the time to Heather, and she really appreciates it. My VW, blood is in my VW. Yeah, you know what, Abe, they become addictive. And don't get me wrong, I have a passion for like 68 Chevelle, 70 Chevelle. I'm a huge AMC fan, almost too big. I love AMCs. But the Beetles always hold a special spot for me. They really do. They always have. And it was my first car too. You know, you always remember your first one. I found a pretty decent AH case. Oh yeah, when you can find them, grab them up. They're not as easy to get now. Said Panchitos on 25th day. I'll let you know when I get on the road. Please do, Kevin. The Panchitos, my buddy Sean even talked about them, and he builds nice motors. He lives near me. He loves them Panchito heads. He says they just flow very, very nice. And Jorg was out at the grocery store bringing snacks. Thank you, Jorg. We love you. I had to do that today too, Jorg. We were out at Sam's Club. I don't know if anybody has them near them, but when I buy in bulk there, it just saves us a lot of money. And now that it's just Heather and I at home, and she's mean to me when nobody's around, I'm just kidding. She's not. It just saves money. So that's what I was doing today, was grocery store, Home Depot. Then my son's pipe froze at his house, so I went and took a look at that. But there's always something going on. Slow going to chiropractor for the last 3 weeks, bulging disc, sciatica. Hate getting old. Yeah, Chris, I know the feeling. Like I said, I've not felt the ground in 2 years from my feet being numb from this bulging disc, but it's my fault because I bought the inversion table to decompress, and there's not been a lot going on with the decompression because I need to get my butt on it instead of running outside and doing stuff. But I know the feeling, brother. It's not fun. Getting old stinks. Caleb, which state are you from? Good question, Alita. And Heather, do you want any zinnia seeds? I actually accidentally bought 500. Jorg, how did you accidentally? That was like I accidentally bought 30 gallons of milk. Oh my God. Only you, man. She just went past. She'll be back on in a second, so she'll probably scroll back. That's funny. And Derek said it is 15 inches in Tennessee right now. You got 15 inches of snow, Derek? Is that what you're saying? I was hoping he didn't mean 15 degrees by accident, but wow. Wow. Oh, she did answer him. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I'm just scrolling down now. 500. Chris, how did you tell what case I got? And highway and crushed spine and is now fused. Wow, Abe, that's pretty serious. Like, holy crap. I hope you heal 150%. I don't know enough about the back. My buddy Darren that's in here, he educated me a little bit on the back when I was complaining to him on the phone, like 2 phone calls ago. And he told me some things that he had dealt with his back. And, oh, that's not fun. I think the back is the worst thing that can get injured on us. You don't realize how much you bend over or do stuff until you get hurt. I mean, Heather, we think they're either burgundy or burgundy and white. It'll be a surprise because we're separated. We dug them up. Yeah, you know what? She said that today, Craig and Roxanne. She's like, I can't wait to see what color they are. It's like a treat. You know what I mean? And if anybody knows Heather, it's all about her garden. I mean, and I think it's a beautiful thing, in all honesty. She's just very peaceful and happy all the time. I went grocery shopping this morning, 6 a.m. when Heb opened. Wow. I don't get up for 6. I usually get to bed about 4 because I'm usually messing around online. But That's early to go shopping. Was anybody else there, Alita, or just you? That's early. The number stamped in it. Yeah, you'll see your number stamped right on the case. AEAH. I said number, I meant letters. Sometimes you get a winger, though, with some of them didn't have letters at the beginning, and I think they were factory rebuilds or something like that. Did you try the other flavors? And I don't know what Wayne's talking about there. Did you try the other flavors? Help me out, Wayne. I'm trying to think what you're talking about, brother. Unless I said something stupid and didn't realize it. Let me see. There we go. I lost my place. I love color surprise. No, Wayne, I didn't. I will say. Oh, he's talking to Heather. Chris, how do I read that number? It'll be right on the engine case, right under the alternator stand. You'll see like AE and a bunch of numbers, and then I can give you a cross-reference chart to see, you know, what year the motor is and stuff. Heather, don't let Tony get to them before you. Can't wait for spring to start working in the garage again. Oh, D3, trust me, I know. I mean, I got no choice but go up every week right now, and I got to go in twice a week, and it kind of stinks when it's 0 out, but I know. Spring, oh, I can't wait. Yeah, you know what, Abe? I was going to kind of ask you that if you were in a wheelchair, but then I didn't want to put you on blast and have you think I was being rude. I think, you know, I'm not, but sometimes we got to watch how we word things. And I'm glad you're not in a wheelchair. That would be the worst. Wisconsin, I'm having beetle fever at this point, says minus hibernation until spring. Yeah, we all are. I just want my garage door to be open when I work. Actually, sometimes I think it might be warmer if I did. Let me see here. On a type 1 is the first 2 letters. Yeah, you have AE, AH, you know, stuff like that. I hid them. Yeah, you must have, because I never seen anything. Yeah, they're good willpower. What is best block to look for? Well, I really can't say there's a best one, but your AH, AE, the newer ones, stuff like that is what you're pretty much after. I forget what my one was in the 68 single port that I don't even have that motor no more, but there was a lot of them that were like pulling the case studs out, you know, the older ones. So I didn't even want to use that. Gotta get out at 3:30 a.m. this morning. Oh, that ain't fun, Charles. Yuck. I'm usually going to bed then. Another Wisconsinite. Welcome, Caleb. Yep, because Bob is in Wisconsin because he sent us cheese for Christmas, which was really cool. It was really good cheese, too. Let me see here. Type 3 is on top and is different. Oh, I didn't know you had a type 3. I got messed up there. That would make sense then. And just me. I got the early bed because immune compromised, so I just don't take more chances of anyone passing me. There are cuddles. Try to relax, Alita. And I always appreciate you being here. I really, really do, my friend. Try to get some relaxation time. Early because I didn't know if you were leaving. I didn't know how to take that, Alita. But if you are leaving, sweetheart, thank you for always being here, and please get some rest. I'm there. Well, just moved Green Bay and Missouri here, and do the decompression a couple times. You would never do anything else. I had a bulge that's over 10 years ago. Did the surgery thing, but it came back. Well, see, I know a few people that had the surgery for the bulging disc. And like 2-3 years later, maybe 4, I can't remember, it came back, her feet went numb. And I'm like, oh, crap, I don't want to go through that for no reason. But I do. When Heather feels that she's tired of me complaining, she's going to force me to do that decompression because I need to fix it without getting cut open if possible. I really don't want to go that route. I put it here in my garage, few years back, and wonder why I've never done that before. Yeah, you know what, Slater? I have a heater. When it's like 35 out, I can get it up to 60, 65 degrees. But when it gets down to 0, it is so hard to get it up above like 40. It's really rough. And our electric bill keeps going up because they keep raising the prices. So I'm trying to be cautious. But I wished I had a secondary heater, like a wood burner or something like that, because it would really make things nice. But I got to watch too while I'm spraying paint in there. That could be a whole new video. E-block is what I have my 71. Yep, the relief. And nice, Bob. I'm in the walk area. I have an AR, but what is it? I don't have my chart near me. actually for the AR code. I really do not. But I can look it up for you if you want to send me a message or something. I mean, somebody can check the chart if they want online, but if I do it in here, it'll knock me out of chat. Heather, we usually have a bunch of zinnias in our yard every year. Also, be prepared. Those got about 3 foot tall. Wow, that is tall. Hopefully, she's watching. I hear dishes clanking in her. I think she's cleaning up the kitchen. In-floor heated garage floor in Alberta here. Oh, Abe, that's the best. Oh, when you have heated floors, that is like a whole new world. Because no matter how warm I get my garage and I lay on that floor, and I do put mats down, but after a while it penetrates it. That floor is so brutally cold on the knees, the back, the whole way around. I did one video a few years ago and somebody could see the smoke coming out of my mouth when I was talking. And they put in the comments, of course, after the video and said, get in your house. You're going to be dead. So any advice on shifters? I picked up Scat Ray shifter today with reverse lockout lever for $60. Wow, that was a good deal. I mean, just check it, make sure the ball on the bottom's in good shape and everything like that. But that was a good deal. I run the empty ball shifter. I didn't really like their trigger shifter a whole lot, but I do run the ball shifter and I've never had an issue. I wanted a vintage speed shifter, close shift. They're beautiful. You're talking $300-400. I'm like, okay, I can do the empty ball shifter. It's good enough for me. I can remember now, so we can. Okay. Oh, lead, I didn't know. I couldn't tell by that message, so I didn't want you to just leave and then me not say anything. I'm a lumbar fusion last year in June, and so far I'd say it's really not worth it, or I'm still in constant pain. And that was my thing, Alita. I really I don't want to get cut open and then a year or two later come back. From what I understand, all the videos I've watched on YouTube, that the decompression, if you do it 2-3 times a day, and Chris or somebody told me on here, I forget who, especially do it late at night and then just go to bed, lay flat. And it's supposed to help. Instead of me getting right back up off the table and standing there, 238 pounds pushing it back down. So, yes, I've gained weight. 73 auto stick. Was thinking about changing the manual. Currently, it was off the frame. Is it worth doing? I feel like I prefer driving a manual. To tell you what, McRipperson, I truthfully, some may get mad, but I switch over to 4-speed anytime I get a semi-auto. They don't make the parts for them they used to, and I prefer the stick for performance. It's not hard to do. I didn't get to do a video on it because I don't have one here to do that with. Make sure when you change everything over that you change the shift tube inside the tunnel. They are different. So you have to get a shift tube for a 4-speed manual for like the 73, so to speak. Because I don't know if you have a super or a standard, but you definitely want to change the shift tube inside. Please don't forget that, or you're going to think it's not shifting. It won't get in gear. Something's wrong. There's a different angle on the shift tube. So I hope that's helpful, but I think it's worth it and it's easy to do. I have a diesel heater, propane, and I have a split unit coming. You know where I screwed up, Chris? Some company wanted to sponsor me for a split. And I turned them down because I'm an idiot. I should have said, okay, and I'd have heated that whole garage with no problem. Because mine's only a 14 by 23. I have pink board across the ceiling, closing it off at 8 feet so the heat can't escape. But I ignored them and thought, I don't feel like grabbing a split. And my buddy's like, that was stupid. He goes, that was a heck of a sponsor doing that. Should have did it. But can we be friends? I love flowers. Definitely replacing the auto stick any day. That's what I say too, Eco. I mean, the auto sticks are fun, don't get me wrong, but until you have a servo go bad or stuff like that, it isn't fun then. Dadu, what is up? Welcome in. How are you today? And we do have 67 likes. Good night, all. Have a good weekend. Good night, Slade, Heather. Keep warm and safe all. Good night, Wayne. I'll talk to you soon, brother. Have a great, great rest of your weekend. And, well, okay, I'm excited. This is awesome for the new garden I'm making. It'll be all flowers. Yeah, Heather's going to save me by actually getting rid of a lot more grass and putting in more flower gardens. I like that. I was thinking about doing a 5-speed, but after I saw the prices, never mind. Who needs 5th gear? Yeah, Kevin, they're not cheap. They are not cheap, in all honesty. But Glenn on the Samba has a 5-speed Berg. I don't know where he got that, but that thing's supposed to be amazing. Got it. That's on my list. Thank you, sir. Snowing here in Southern California. Oh, South Carolina getting snow too. McRipper let us know. It's amazing the weather you guys are getting down there. I wouldn't be used to that if I lived down there. The reverse goes out in many cases. Yeah, they do, Eco. They really do. I had an auto stick at age 16 when I put mine together, and I think it was 60 days later I was putting a 4-speed in. And we didn't have internet or nothing, and we just had to wing it, and it worked out. But I wasn't a big fan of the auto stick. I thought it was unique. Maybe if somebody has issues with their knees, stuff like that, the auto stick is awesome. But not if you want a little performance, and things of that nature. Let me see here. I know what it takes to heat this place. Will be interesting to see what a split does. I mean, they're supposed to be awesome, from what I understand. And I can't remember the name of the company. It was a reputable company and said, would you do a video? We'll send you a complete split unit with AC, heat, blah, blah, blah. And I looked, and I'm like, I don't even know nothing about hooking those up. And my friend is a air cooling guy, whatever you call him, HVAC, lives up the street, but I don't like to bother him. So I kind of blew it off. And that was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done because it was free. All I had to do was make a video of it. And I didn't. And it makes me mad because I guess they heat pretty well, especially my garage is not that big. Auto sticks are great for pulling the starter out of. They are, Kevin. Anytime anybody says, I need a starter, what's a base plastic guys? I don't even tell them where to get one from. I just tell them to get quality, but I tell them get an auto stick starter. And every time I do, they're like, why would I do that? And I explain to them that, the torque converter is much heavier than a flywheel. There's more torque. I won't never run a 4-speed starter again. The semi-auto stick starters is like night and day when you hit that key. I got to do the video in a couple of weeks here on a hard start relay. I got to order one. I actually forgot. I promised somebody I was going to do one. So I'm going to go ahead and order that too. If you get a semi-auto stick and a hard start relay, oh man, it's just like, boom, like starting a new car. I was out putting a new battery in my daughter's 2015 Malibu today, working in a warm engine compartment. It was wonderful in 19 degrees. Can't imagine laying on the concrete garage floor. It's not fun, Jorg, but I'll let you know tomorrow how much fun I'm having because I got to film tomorrow. Like it or not, I got to do it. And, I think, like a guy said to me not long ago, well, you're in a garage filming. It's easy. And I don't think people realize what really goes into some of it, and you're out in the cold, you're moving the camera 38 times, and sometimes it can get very frustrating. But then when I see people post and go, wow, I needed this video right there, I'm like, okay, that was worth doing then, in all sincerity. I've honestly earned more from your videos than a book. Thank you, Abe. And, I learned better that way. I fixed Heather's, because I always called appliances hers. I fixed our fridge before, although we got a new one now. I fixed our stove, our washer, our dryer from watching YouTube videos. And had it not been for them guys, I don't know. I'd have had to buy new appliances and this and that because they don't last like they used to. I think YouTube has been a big help for me also when I'm trying to repair some stuff around the house. So there's definitely an advantage to the videos. I learn more visual than I do reading. I'll read stuff and then walk away and forget what I read. So let me see. I'll split my water lines from the outdoor wood stove to heat my garage. PEX, that one expensive. PEX is nice. There's no doubt about that. PEX, I think they're putting them in all the mobile homes and that stuff now. I think that PEX is really, really good upgrade. And I didn't mean to go that direction. When I seen PEX, yeah, that stuff's nice. It really, really is. Auto stick, even Google spell checker. And let me see here. I'm going to need a starter. Good to know. Oh, yeah, Chris, buy the semi-auto stick starter. Do not buy a 4-speed one. I mean, you can, but you'll still get that little bit of vrr, 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 vrr. But when you use the semi-auto stick, it's like, vroom. It's just the torque. It's a torque monster. So that's what you'll definitely want to do. And you don't got to worry about the bushing in your bell housing, little brass bushing. It doesn't use that. It just bolts right to your bell housing. So you don't need to worry about changing anything crazy. 71 likes. Alita is on her game as usual. And, a roll up neoprene yoga might make your core a little less awful. They don't transmit cold. And you might be right, Jorg, which I didn't know they didn't transmit cold. I have a pad up there from Harbor Freight. I really don't know what it's made of. But when I'm kneeling on it, after a little while, then I can feel my knees getting cold. It must make it through there, but I can't not film. I have to get it up there to keep the algorithm up weekly, no matter what goes on. I got a free starter from a guy giving away a complete transmission. Was worth legging up to score, made an engine start stand out of the bell housing. Oh, that's cool, Kevin. Actually, my tranny guy, where'd I go there? There we go. Local guy, Brian, had obviously got a lot of old transmission stuff laying around, cut the bell housing off and brought it to me and said, here, this will help you in starting your motor. It was really nice of him to do. So, and he just did that a few weeks ago, actually. Many of whom has PEX plumbing. Oh yeah, PEX is nice. There is no doubt about that. PEX is real nice now that they have one-handed banding tool. Yeah, I heard when you have PEX, Darren and Rod, that you have to buy a couple special tools though, I guess maybe for crimping or something. I'm really not sure. One thing I found out with my copper plumbing, because I am so tired of soldering joints when I'm doing them, is them shark bites. You just click, and Heather wanted a new spigot on the other side of the house, a hose spigot or gardening spigot. And I'm like, I'll have it done in 5 minutes. I went and grabbed some shark bite elbows and unions and just snapped everything together. And I'm like, wow, life is good. I'm changing the starter in my wife's van in the driveway. It's 14 degrees because my bug is staying in the garage. Chris, that's brutal, man. I mean, make sure you dress with like 30 layers of clothing. It is just so nasty out there. Excuse me. Dave, what is up? When's it going to get warm up? I don't think it's going to. I think we're just done. I mean, anybody see that movie The Day After? Or is that what it was? The Day After or something. Man, it's like watching that movie. I get cold. And I know that was strange to say. My house now has Plex plumbing also. Yeah, that seems to be a big thing now, Bob, is that PEX. And I think it goes around corners like pretty decent. Or did I make that up? Because I watched some guy on YouTube working with that. Awesome Buster. Hey, Chris. And where are we at here? I got lost for a second. There we go. Tell me about the relay for the auto stick starter again. No. You're going to use the semi-auto stick starter, but you can use this with a 4-speed starter. It has nothing to do with that. I may have crossed there, Kevin. I'm putting a hard start relay in, and I'll do a video in a couple of weeks. I got to order one. I'll explain better on video when I'm doing it, and then it'll make sense to you, but it's very easy to do. And it's more of a direct shot from the ignition where you're just boom. There's no crank, and it starts or that dead filling even when there's a new battery. It'll probably cost you about $20 to do, but you're bypassing some stuff. And I put one on my 72 that I had, and it was like night and day. And I will do an intense video on it because it's not hard to do, but I get kind of over thorough when I do stuff. But I think you'd rather have me be that way. You know what I mean? Let me see. I use the copper rings. Yeah, I have not messed with PEX yet, in all honesty. Well, at this point now, my plumbing's all new, so I won't be changing it out. Dave doesn't know about warming up, but we spring forward March 6th. Oh, it's coming up quick then. Let me see, because, yeah, we're going into February tomorrow. Okay. I wish they would just change it around and just leave the damn time alone already. I got the PEX tool also. I like copper. That's what my house is all copper. Hi, Buster. Bob, loving the cheese as we speak. It's funny. People complain about winters not being cold and snowy like the old days. Then it goes cold. Hey, Jorg, I'm one of them. I feel bad to say that, but it came near Christmas time. And I'm like, oh, I hope we get snow. Remember when we were young looking out the school windows? We knew Santa was coming. It was starting to snow out in November. Yeah, I apologize to you for that because we really got it now. The Day After Tomorrow, that was it. It's titled the movie, last half of the movie, they were in frozen New York City. That's it, Caleb. Yeah. The Day After, I'm sorry. I think that was a 1980s film about nuclear war. My bad. Truthfully, The Day After Tomorrow, I was literally cold watching that movie. But they did a really good job with it, though, in all seriousness. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that's what I say. Leave the time alone. In all seriousness, I can't see the point of doing this work. It's dark at 5 o'clock. Just twist it up in March and leave it alone. That's just the way I view it. In all sincerity, it's just an opinion. I mean, but yeah, I'm that guy. I was complaining. We need snow. It makes it feel Christmassy. Me, I would like, okay, we get the Christmas snow and then go away. Santa made it. He left. We're good to go after that. You're doing a conversion on your 70, Craig. Yeah, smart move, my friend. And I'm not saying they're bad, but you can't even get an oil pump now for one because they have a special oil pump, with feed lines coming off of it. You can't even get those now. And then you have your vacuum tank and your fluid tank. Hey, Craig, by the way, while it's on my mind, don't go throwing that stuff out. If your vacuum canister that's hanging under the fender, the big tank, and your fluid tank, and your solenoid, your servo on top of the transmission with a little arm, all that stuff, your oil pump from your motor when you take it out that has the two feed lines going to it with oil, do not throw any of that stuff out. Put it on our Facebook group and sell that stuff. People will grab it up off of you because they don't make that stuff no more. And I'm sorry about the lecture, but I hate to see it go, I don't need all this crap no more, and throw it out or something. People will grab that stuff off of you. It's worth money now. And then it can fund towards your project, Most houses in California are made with PEX. They either red, hot, and blue, cold. Wonder how it does in the areas that freeze. Kevin, from what I understand, and maybe somebody can correct me here, I heard that it, like, our copper lines will freeze, and that's not a good thing, I heard the PEX, it takes a lot for them to freeze up or crack. I guess they can't crack or something like that. So that's what I heard. I can't verify it though. Kentucky Rich, how are you? Hot chocolate, a fire and fireplace ready. Relax and evening with you all. That is cool, Kentucky. Hey, come on in and sit down. I mean, I'll be leaving soon here. We've been in since 8 o'clock, but I'm glad you made it in, brother. Come to Minnesota, most house in the basement with heat, so all the plumbing is fine. Slade City messenger. I hope you don't mind. That's fine, Alita. I'll be checking all my messages in the morning, actually, because when I get off of here, I have to leave. I got to stop at my son's real quick, and then I got to run to a building out near us. But yeah, the PEX, from what I understand, I thought, it expands. I never looked into it because my house is like done that way, but I did hear that you're better off with the PEX because it will expand and won't crack on you. I guess it will still freeze the same, so to speak, but anytime we had a big old house when we were raising our kids, sandstone basement, the whole ordeal. Up there at sort of 74, like Salita said, she's right. It pumped up her tonight. And I had to wrap heat tape around my copper pipes down there with the insulation because it was freezing the pipes. And that was a nightmare. And Darnell said, hey, all, still working on vent windows. And I said, for Beetle, slow cries, where hopefully you had to put the project on a burner. Family things, love everyone, stay warm. Well, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. Much love to you, my friend. And the vent windows are not a whole lot of fun, technically speaking. You know what I mean? It's good night, Bob and Vicky. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I got tongue tied. It freezes easier than copper, but will fall without bursting. And that's the main thing, Andrew, is dealing with cracked pipes or burst pipes, and I'm going to check on my son's when I'm done here, go to his house real quick, because his main line coming through his block wall, it must have froze inside the block wall, so to speak. And he's below frost line, and he's had no water all day long. It stinks. He's got a little heater faced at it right now. It looks like old galvanized pipe coming through the wall. PEX will still crack and split. Most RVs have PEX in them, and they are very prone to winter freezing and cracking. That's the first I heard of that, James. I thought we were like better off with the PEX, so to speak, although I have all copper in my house. Better off using brass fittings instead of plastic ones with flex. Oh, I believe that, Chris. There's no doubt about that. Do you have a source for making convertible tops? The only thing I can say, D3, on my channel is the only thing I do have is an installation video. So you can do the convertible your top yourself. So if you do get a source for one, which I would get a hold of SoFine or somebody like that online. There is a very good video on my channel for installing step by step the convertible top so you can do it yourself. But if you'd like to, if you're on Facebook, shoot me a message and I'll see who I can hook you up with for the top. Well, take care, everyone. Have a good week. Have a good week, Rod. I'll be heading out here in a few minutes too, my friend. I got to run out tonight. But thanks for being here, brother. Everyone check out the King of the Hammers next week for Class 11 race. Old BW Bugs absolutely flying. Thank you, Kentucky. And I don't know who that is. King of the Hammers. I'm going to have to check into that. I don't know who that is, in all sincerity. Vent windows, all seals, window regulators, the whole 9 yards. Darnell, I don't know if you watched my video on the window regulators, but make sure you pull the snake out, clean the tracking and everything up, grease the snake, and put it back in. You may say, yeah, I already watched your video, because nobody else seems to do that, and I don't know why, in all honesty. My furnace died last week, but running a little bit. House is staying at 45, so hopefully it doesn't drop from the furnace gets here. Wow, that's cold. I put ours on 66 at night when we go to bed because our room gets really hot. And when I wake up in the morning, I hurry up and warm the house up before Heather gets up. And 66 feels bad. 45, that's got to cause extreme tension. I couldn't even imagine that. I have a ventless fireplace in the basement that heats our floors. I want to put one on the first floor too, ventless gas. That way, if something ever goes wrong with the furnace, I can still heat the house. But they're not cheap either now, you know. But I'll check that out, Kentucky. I never heard of them, to be honest with you, but I like watching other things, so I will check them out for sure. And I sure did. Okay, good, good. I'm glad. Clean lube works like the hot knife through butter. And a lot of people don't do that. They'll spray PB Blast them without pulling the snake out. And I'm like, no, take it out and do it, because then it's like you can almost do it with one finger and roll the window up. It's such a difference. Anyone opinions on one-piece windows? My car has been cut for them. It's Kevin, I only had them once. Good night, Lonnie. Thanks for being here, honey. Back to Sunday nights next week, though, but have a great upcoming week. I had them in one car when I was young, and I liked them, but I do prefer the vent wings, though. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with the one-piece windows. That gives you that California feel. You know what I mean? And good night to you, James. You have a great night. I'm actually heading out here because I have to leave the house. I want to check on my son's pipes now up there. We had heat in front of there, so I wanted to see if like he had any water yet. But hey, everybody have a really, really great upcoming week. I appreciate all you being here. Look forward to next Sunday night, of course, because we will be on Sunday nights all the time at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's just this week I needed to go a little bit different with that. But cheers to y'all. Thank you, everyone. And thank you again, the folks that have donated to the channel, sent packages. I really, really appreciate all that. I really, really do. And we'll see you with a new video on Monday. And then, of course, we'll see you next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.